So Joseph and Mary was perfect fit to produce this body. Now, they say immaculate conception, yes, because it wasn't that he didn't have a father, physical father. He didn't have a physical father that taught him.
Right.
Since, and it's something else too, Mary was only 13 when she gave birth to Jesus.
Right.
Now, in this world, and what people think, if you impregnate a girl that's 13 now, and she informs the law, you go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
But the man that is most talked about more than any other person was born from a mother that was 13.
That's right.
All right, now, there's no sin in that
That's right.
if she is not going to be his teacher.
Right.
Now, if she was going to be the teacher of Jesus to make him be who he is, then it would be wrong. Because she would not have learned enough and become confirmed enough about life to convey to this child to make him confirmed. So it would be wrong for her to have a child at 13. But since she was not to be the teacher, nor Joseph to be the teacher, all we needed was her to be able to give birth.
Right.
And white people do it like surrogate mothers, give them the seed and
Right.
they'll have the child,
Right.
before you even pay them. Well, that principle, okay, Mary, have the child, but we will take it and teach it. All you got to do is have your body ready to have it. So that's what took place. So that's why you don't talk a whole lot about Mary, but you talk Jesus, 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 because the author of his knowledge came from us. So we were really his parents. The same as like I was telling you, I can't give no credit to my biological parents for me being who I am. They were placed together to produce this body, if you understand what I'm saying. So that's what it is with Jesus now. Jesus, we are caused him to really believe that he was to administer to the ruling class of people because they had power and sway over the ordinary people.
Right.
We did this to make sure that white folks could not come back on us and say, well, you never reminded us. We can say, yes, we did. And the greatest one that we sent to you was the last one. We sent 3 major ones to you. Every 2,000 years, we sent one to you. Jesus was the last one, the greatest one we sent to you, because that was going to be the last one. Now, of the righteous. Now, there was another one that was sent or raised up, Prophet Muhammad. Well, he was Caucasian. So we even did that to make sure they have no excuse. No excuse. And because they are not created and they're made, they have a problem of remembering what is created or what is real nature. So we allowed writing, printing, things in ink. So that because they forget, they go and read it.
Right.
It's still there.
Right.
So they don't have no excuse. Well, I forgot.
Right.
It's been a long time ago. No, sir. Since your official paper don't hold this, we put it on imitation paper, meaning official paper is your thinking, your memory.
Right.
So all you have to do is go and read it, and that's why they say you're supposed to, the Quran means to read often or to quote often. Well, that's for them, because they're not from creation, they're from another person. So now, when they speak with me or I'm speaking, they know I'm speaking, they watch the program, they read the books. They can't really say anything to me like, well, you are prejudiced. Because I'm not speaking in that vein. I'm speaking, look, man, if you want to be saved, you know you was wrong. And we allowed you to be wrong. We're not coming to you because you were wrong. We come because it's time for wrong to be up. So now if you don't want to suffer the wrath of what wrong brings, come on. Now if you say no, well, hey, I can't go with you. And I'm not going to let you come with me until you change. Now, if you show the necessary effort that you really want to change and you're unable to change as what you should, then I'll help you.
Right.
I can change your nature. However, you got to, like taking that step, one step towards me, and then I take the next 7.
Right.
You got to make the step. So that's what it was with Jesus. And after after he accomplished what we wanted to see, and what we sent to these ruling class of people, then we let Jesus know. We sent a scientist to him, and we let him know, say, if you really want to do the will of God, the will of Allah, leave them people alone. They got 2,000 more years to live. And Jesus said, what? 2,000 years? Oh, I'm not hanging around for that. In other words, he knew that he couldn't go against God or the supreme being. In other words, the scientists taught him this is a plan. And we let him know why he was here, what he did, and this is what gave him the confidence to tell the Jews, you're not of my father. You're of your father. So he's talking about two different fathers.
Right.
If you were of my father, you would love me.
Right.
But he wasn't saying that in the beginning.
Right.
He was talking to him because he thought all of us were from the same father.
Right.
So because of that, he spoke something that would not come to reality until the end of the 2,000 years. So what the white folks did was took it and put it in print form and put it in such a way that the duke people put you in a mystical thing, to keep you. They put all these signs, whatnot, that agrees with your nature, but it never led to a definite.
Right.
So you be hooping and hollering, I want to let Jesus know I really love him. You do, but you can't love him the way that he should be loved because there is no base that you're starting from. They made sure they made it that way. And they made it where if you're going to be with Jesus, Jesus is, he loves all people. So you got to accept him too. And that's where everybody comes up with their difficulty. Now, if you want to know if everybody accepts Jesus and everybody's like, go to the bank and try to borrow some money on the name of Jesus. Go to the NASA and tell NASA you shouldn't go out into space to this particular planet or put nothing on it because Jesus says you're not supposed to do that. See if they're paying attention to you. They look at you and laugh.
Right. Write us off. Right.
Yeah, write you off. So this has been a trick until I actually showed up. And if it was not a trick, it would not be in Malachi, if I'm not mistaken. Just before that great and dreadful day, I will send you Elijah, the prophet. Mm-hmm. However, after that, I will come. This is, I think, in Numbers. And take you out of that 400 years or 430 years that you've been under oppression. I, not Jesus, not no minister, not no messenger, not no prophet, not no apostle. I myself, God himself, I will come and I will bring you out with great substance and judge the man that put his foot on, had you under this affliction. I will do this. So Jesus had a limitation. He was a messenger, so to say, of justice, but he didn't enforce it. So this is why the Christians say they call Jesus, then they say Jesus Christ. They're really two different people. They're two different periods. The Jesus came with justice, but he didn't enforce it. The Jesus Christ has to enforce the justice. So, and in doing the enforcing, he crushes the wicked and saves the righteous.
Right.
So now the Jesus had already came. He let the white man know, and then the white man put it in the Bible, whatnot. He twisted it up, but he put enough in there to keep you interested.